quick update on the upstairs bathroom. Finally got the shower base in from Home Depot. It's a 42 by 42, and I got the glass, a French glass shower glass that I got. And what else did I get done? I got some insulation ran. I got the ceiling lowered down to, I got it where the ceiling goes up 10 feet because it's 11.5 feet. It's a little too high in here. And I got some insulation up there that's R42. Got all my electricity ran and wired up. 2 dimmer switches. I'm gonna have 2 recessed lights, one here above the vanity and one above the shower, and it's on a dimmer. And then I'm gonna have 2 sconces that I just ordered, one on each side of my vanity, and it's gonna be with a dimmer. And then I got, you know, the light up here, which is my light, night light and fan. Okay, it's got a night light on it, and it plays music. It's got Bluetooth. So I got my vent hooked up as well with a new register. These registers here, I had a round one before and it didn't seem like it pushed the air down low enough. So this type of register blows the air one direction, and I have it to the wall, so hopefully it blows real nice, and it does because I tested it. It works way better than the round one. The round ones, they seem to keep the air higher up to the ceiling. They doesn't seem to force the air down. And I got that hooked up with insulation. It's all taped up with aluminum mesh. I got this vent going up to the attic, and then I'll hook it up from the attic to a roof vent that I gotta install later. And now I just got to run my insulation. I gotta put 3 more there and then 3 more here, and then I should be good on insulation. Then I can start putting the ceiling, the sheetrock. Everything's all wired up, nice and pretty. Got these protector plates here that keeps any sheetrock, when you put your sheetrock up, keeps you from drilling through these into the electrical and then causing a short, or, you know, blowing your fuse or whatever. I'm gonna lay some more 1/2-inch plywood over here, but I needed the shower first, so I would know where the hole is. So now I got my hole marked, so now I can drill a hole through the subfloor and do my piping. It's got all the R49 insulation in the ceiling. R49 is pretty thick. Stacks over a foot. It's like 16 inches thick. Got the first piece of sheetrock up finally. And I want to make a quick note about the sheetrocks that I put above my little box for this light. I believe those boxes are not fire rated that I bought. It doesn't say it's fire rated, so I put the sheetrock above it a couple inches so that the insulation wouldn't touch it, because it does get hot. So I did that on both sides, and you can see how it looks. Alright, next sheetrock piece is up. I cut out my vent hole. What I used was oscillating tool, one of these with a little wood bit on there, cuts it right out. Alright, just got the recessed LED light put in, and it's working fine with the dimmer. The template, they do give you a template. It's a 6-inch LED light. They give you a template, but this is really flimsy. If you get a paint can, it's exactly the same size as the template. A piece of sheetrock and we'll be done here. And then a little sliver over there. It's looking good. Alright, third piece is up. It's looking good. Now I'm going to go and cut out my other recessed light over there. Alright, last piece is up and in place and screwed down. You can see the vent. I put some aluminum foil around the edge just to keep any air from the above there coming down, cold air. Now that I have the shower pan, I can figure out where to put the hardy backer cement board. But first I gotta drill my hole here. And there it is with the register vent in place. I get way much better heat flow with this register than the round one that I had in here before. So there's plenty of light in here. I'm putting on some more sheetrock. Finally was able to get my shower pan in. I put that in my last video. I took it out because I needed to put the scaffold over there. But now I know exactly where my tile is going to be on the wall, because I know my shower pan's here. So I'm going to bring it over about 3.5 inches past on both sides, and the rest will be sheetrock, green board. Got this one in right now. Got my plate in already. Everything's fitting good. I just gotta go and measure this one spot here and then do my cut. Alright, got the last pieces up there. Made a little boo-boo here. So I just put a little piece in there. Didn't feel like cutting a new piece for a little sliver. And the mud will cover it next. And then up there at the top, I'm gonna put my hardy backer all the way up to about right here. And then I'll just put a strip of sheetrock. And then a little strip of sheetrock will go there. Alright, just put another coat plaster on the seams. And I used fiber tape, so I had to do 2 layers of the regular hot mix, hot mud. Next, I ordered a vanity. It came, and the Carrera marble on top was cracked, so I had to order another one, and I got to return that one. Backsplash was cracked, and this thing was cracked here, 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 and yeah, in here. Okay, this guy from the shipping company brought it up the stairs for me, and what he did is he flipped the box upside down on its back and brought it in. It's got a Carrera top, marble top, and that's why it's broken like that. Just finished up the mud work up there in the corners. That's the first layer. Probably gonna do one more. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay, today I'm cutting up my crown for my bathroom upstairs, and this is the crown I'm using. It is an MDF crown, about 8, I think it's 7¼ inches height wise. So this crown, this particular crown on my saw, it's too high to cut it at an angle like this. So I had to do a flat cut, which is laying it down. And for that, you have to really find out which degree you need to do your bevel. Fortunately, upstairs, my walls aren't 45 or 90 degrees exactly. They're a little bit off. So I don't have a tool to measure it, so I'll show you what I did though, because I did have a big gap. Alright, so it was off on the top for some reason, don't know why. So I cut another little piece about that big, glued it in there, and that just was just to fill in the hole a little bit. And then what I did is I used my 45-minute plaster, and I plastered it in. And then this side I'll have to do later, because on this side I'm going to be making a pillar out of this pipe, covering up that pipe. I'm going to build some kind of pillar, so I've got to figure out how I want to do that. And then I'll put that last piece of crown in. The crown will go this way, and then I'll make it around the pillar and go that way. And I did use some Alex Plus in my cracks on the bottom and at the top to fill in the little gap. Alright, back at it. Today I'm just going to be sanding this this drywall mud down flat and get it prepped for my final coat of regular joint compound that's already pre-mixed. It's all nice and sanded, ready for the last final coat. And I went and sanded that down too. Alright, back to work on the upstairs bathroom here. I still have the issue of this pipe. I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to do to fix this ugly air vent pipe. And yeah, let me get to it. So the toilet, first of all, the toilet doesn't sit, it sits a little bit far back from the wall, which I don't like. You got like 5.5 inches there from the back of the wall. Okay, 5.5 inches away from the wall. So that gives me play behind here to do something with this pipe. Originally I was just going to do a pillar here, one little pillar, and kind of dress it up as a nice little fancy pillar. But then I started thinking, it's gonna look a little weird just having one pillar there in the corner, you know, over here. And again, the reason why this pipe here is because that used to be a wall. This was a wall here, okay, where the pipe was in, and this was just a toilet room. It just had a toilet and a sink. That was it. Then they extended it out with a shower back in the 80s. All right, here you got my fireplace in my room. You can see it bumps out, I don't know, about 10 inches. And you can see how nice it looks with the ornate crown up there, plaster, cornice, whatever they call it. And you can see that's what the look I'm going for upstairs over the toilet. So the way I'm going to fix this is I'm going to frame about where you sit, a little bit more in. And that's going to be, see right now it's 5.5. I'm going to have that in about probably 4.5 sticking out. And that'll give me just enough room for my sheetrock. And that should clear this. This is about almost 5.5 inches. So if I can get it to about 5 inches, it'll be good. Okay, I gotta make sure the lid fits too. All right, first thing I gotta do is take this valve off. Alright, so I went and cleaned the fitting down, sanded it, cleaned it all out. And now I can put an extension piece on here. So I'll have this on there like this. This will go through the sheetrock. And then I'll have my in on-off valve here. Alright, I'm going to be using screws to hold down these 2x4s into the framing that I built, just in case in the future if I need to remove them, it'll be easier to do with screws rather than nails. Then I got to make sure that I have clearance from this pipe from my studs when I put the sheetrock on. So I got to make sure with the level that it's not hitting the pipe. Alright, so I got my studs in up, one stud up there, nailed them, or screwed them all in. And down here, everything's level too, make sure I'm level, I'm good. And I screwed all these in down here, so I just need one more 2x4 in the middle, and then I'll be able to put my sheetrock over that. Alright, here we got the insulation ran. I'm using some, I don't know, it's a foam insulation on one side, and then I got some fiberglass on the other. I gotta get a little bit more, so I ran out, and then I'll start the sheetrock over that. Alright, got some fiberglass insulation in there and got some sheetrock up. Just one more piece down there. So there we have it. All I gotta do is put some corner beads on inside and outside, and then mud that all up, and I'll be done there. And I'm fiddling around with the tile. I think I'm gonna go with just marble tile mostly, and put around the shower base, I'll just put like a 6-inch border of granite, black granite, all the way around, and the rest will just be white marble. And then I was thinking white marble everywhere else, and then just put a little strip like I did on that side with some black granite going across where right where the vanity sits. Alright, here's the crown. I got it installed. It's all finished up. Just need to caulk it. Alright, just got some corner beads in and mudded over them with some hot mud, 90-minute mud. And it's starting to dry. Alright, here I got the crown all caulked, all the cracks filled. And it makes a really big difference when you fill in all those cracks. Alright, that's the finish of this trim. Alright, I'm liking it. And I'm short, I think, one for that side, so I'll wait to do that for another day. But that's how it's going to look. It's going to look from that boringness right there to that nice trim there. That with the crown looks brand new again. You would never know this was an 1867 built home.